Welcome back to the channel, where we dive into best practice for businesses and tech stack. Today, we're going to unravel the secrets of how to negotiate a SaaS contract. Even if you are a startup or a large enterprise, these tips are going to save you thousands. Let's dip into it. Out there are two kinds of companies. The ones that do display their price publicly and the ones that do not, but they all have in common the same thing. You can always negotiate the price. And it is a myth that SaaS contracts are not negotiable. You can always negotiate the price. Even if you're speaking to a small startup or a large enterprise, there is always room for negotiation. The first thing to do is to make sure we are ready for our meeting for the representative of our vendor. So what I suggest here is to jump maybe on ChatGPT or read some articles about what are the best questions you can ask at the very beginning in your first meeting. Here you want to understand first if actually the price that the vendor is throwing at you, it's something that you can afford or something that you feel is actually fair. Secondly, you want to understand what's going to be the sales process as well as what are the kind of services this vendor offer. Second, you are not negotiating just the price here. There are plenty of other things that you can negotiate. For example, the contract length, the payment terms, or as well as the kind of support that you're going to receive in the future. As well here, like one small tip, you can ask, for example, for a small discount if you, for example, you agree to collaborate in a case study. These are all things that are negotiable. So just make sure that you understand what's on the table and what you're comfortable with. Third, do not leave important documents like the MSA, terms of agreement, and so on at the end of the negotiation. It's very important that you negotiate all these things at the same time, because first you're going to save time for yourself and also allow you to have more leverage. When you negotiate the terms, make sure that you ask the vendor to remove any auto-renewal clause, because they otherwise could bite you later on in the renewal. And also make sure that all the policies that they have included in the terms are actually matching internally with yours. For example, make sure that the vendor is SOC 2 if you have these requirements as well. So make sure you involve all the relevant departments of your company in this purchase. Generally, companies tend to be quite strict in negotiating their terms of service, but if the amount of the contract that you are negotiating is quite large, like talking about more than 20K, 50K, it's very likely that this company is also willing to agree to some changes. So make sure that when you go through the terms of service, everything is in line with your expectations. Fourth, you set warranties with your vendors. And by that I mean, sometimes you sign with a very important vendor that is a critical supplier for your product or service, and maybe they have a glitch or maybe they have some problems, and all of a sudden your service is also done. So what you want to do in this case is go ahead, plan for the worst case scenario, and sit down with your vendor and try to figure it out together what are strategies that you can put in place to mitigate these events. Tools like Paystack can easily help you to improve your negotiation processes. We provide you with expert as well as with data insight, and we make it easy for you to navigate the negotiation process. We help you to negotiate SaaS contracts that ultimately are going to save you money and are going to create a better relationship with your vendors. Hope you liked the video. Hit the like button and subscribe for more content. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them below here in the comments, and see you next time. Stay savvy.